The birth of Azhur, the god who became the world. Before time began, there was only the void, a silent expanse where there was no movement, and no life, a totally empty space with no life on it. Yet, from the depth of this emptiness, a thought crossed his mind. This was Azhur, the first flame, a being of pure radiance, existing without form, without substance, yet filled with boundless power. Lonely in the abyss, Azhur wished for something more, something that could give an interesting turn to the void. He was willing to feel anything else better than the loneliness and emptiness of the abyss. With a thought, he willed light into existence, and for the first time, illumination spread through the void. But there was nothing able to enjoy it. There was no soul that needed this light. There wasn't a sky to hold this light as a memory for future generations and to reflect its beauty. And so, Azhur started thinking on making bigger changes. He knew that a sacrifice had to be done in order to create a place for others to live. So he meditated on this choice, and finally did it. The great day arrived. He sacrificed himself to create the world. With a great city that echoes across the empty land, he ripped himself apart. From his bones, the mountains started growing, trying to reach the sky. His blood became the rivers, coursing through the land, bringing life where none had been. His breath was released upon the land, becoming the eternal winds that would never cease to blow. Azhur's burning heart blew up into the sky, creating the first sun, which would warm and feed all things. As he was torn in pieces, his shadows fled from the explosion of his soul and from the night. From the warmth of his fading presence, the first seeds of life took root. Trees sprang from the dust of his remains, filling the world with forests, meadows and harvests in order to help the new living beings to survive. The first rivers carried his essence, giving birth to different creatures, and from the golden embers of his spirit, the first people emerged, crafted from the dust of his bones and the water of his veins. They opened their eyes to the light of the sun and felt the breath of Azhur in the wind. The first people knew that they lived only because of Azhur's sacrifice. They spoke his name in reverence, lighting sacred fires to honor his memory, believing that in every flicker of flame, his spirit still burned, and if they took advantage of his sacrifice, his presence would be a shield for them every day. The world was not yet complete. The shadows of Azhur still lingered, twisting in the corners of existence. From these shadows rose beings of darkness, devils of the light, seeking to unravel what Azhur had created. And so, the first people learned that this creation had to be protected.